Hey everybody, welcome to another recap of Survivor Nicaragua. Last week, Jill was voted off. Alright, so at the floor, Marty is pretty much a dead man walking. Wait, tree mail! It's the merge. Pack up your crap and go meet the other tribe. So Marty totally gets a second chance. This is insane. At Espada, Alina is totally the target, and her plan is to get rid of Marty, of course, because when she sees the trunk of goodies, she knows it's time for the merge. Unfortunately, she's the only one on that tribe that wants to get rid of Marty. So, like I said, trunk of goodies, new buffs. Marty whips up the name of the new tribe. It's Libertad, and it's that because Marty wants everyone to forget about the past. He wants to start fresh from now. Well, of course he does, because no one likes him. Alright, and it means freedom. So Brenda and Naonka totally have a Survivor hookup. No, not anything dirty. They just share what had happened at each other's tribe up until that, since they've been separated. So Jane and Chase, they have a real Survivor hookup. Just kidding. They're total BFFs now because they've discovered that they're both from North Carolina. And Jane is kind of like Chase's mom, reminds him of her. So Naonka is pretty pissed. When is Naonka not pissed? She had the idea to make tortillas and she ended up with the smallest tortilla. So that's a reason to get super pissed. Steal the flour, dig a hole, hide it, steal the frying pan, steal fruit. You name it, she was causing trouble. And Naonka decides she's going to cause a little more trouble. She's going to stir the pot. She's going to Alina and she's telling Alina that she's the target. And Holly, she ends up calling out Naonka when everybody realized that the stuff was gone, because she saw her do it. Naonka lies to everyone and says, yo, I put it back. Uncle Dan, I put it back. Fabio, I put it back. It's pretty obvious that you didn't put it back because it ain't there. So Naonka decides under duress that she is going to tell the truth to everyone. Kind of. She told everyone she did take it, but it was to save themselves from themselves because she felt like everyone was eating too much food too quickly and she didn't want everybody going through all the food. So it comes out that Alina was part of the whole situation, which isn't too cool for Alina because she was already on the S list. So the major alliance, namely Sash and Brenda, decide that they're going to distance themselves from Naonka, but they're still going to protect her. Because according to Sash, this is good because if they can take Naonka to the final three, she's a B, so no one will vote for her and he's got a better chance. Alright, so it's time for the immunity challenge, and this was a really good immunity challenge. They usually do an endurance after the merge, so this one was pretty straightforward. You have two handles that hold a steel rod in the middle, and if you keep tension on it, you hold it. If you don't, it falls and breaks your tile. So the last man and woman standing with their steel rod win immunity. So Purple Kelly and Dan were out in the first 3 seconds. It was ridiculous. Then Alina, Brenda, Benry, Sash, Naonka, Holly, which means that Jane was the last woman standing, so she won immunity for the ladies. But she wasn't going to give up. She was going to hang in there because she wanted to beat the guys, namely Marty, who was the next one out. So that didn't take long at all. Then Chase, which means Fabio wins immunity. And Jane really hung in there till the end, so I gotta give G.I. Jane a little credit there. You crazy heck. Alright, so Jane wants Marty out. But it's not to be this week, because remember that whole scheme of Sash and Brenda's, how Sash was going to hold the immunity idol unless Marty didn't win immunity the next week, and then he would give it back if he wanted it? Well, Sash and Brenda tell Jane, hold off on the Marty vote because of that, and vote Alina instead. But Jane doesn't want to vote for Alina because she just wants to vote for Marty. All right, now it's tribal time, and cut to the chase, you gotta take a risk to get to the end. No kidding. But then Marty freaks out, and he starts calling Jane out as a huge threat to everyone, and that if she makes it to the final 3, he will vote to give her the money. What an idiot. Marty, you fool. Just keep your damn mouth shut. So then, I guess to deflect away from Marty, Dan calls out Naonka and Alina. Dan, you should just shut up. You're on borrowed time too. So Alina calls herself out as a swing vote. And during the voting, I didn't know that I didn't know this animal existed. A dirt squirrel. I think it was Benry that called Alina a dirt squirrel. Is that a real animal or some kind of made-up animal? If you know, please put it in the comments. All right, so it's time to vote, and yes, Alina is voted off by at least 7 votes. Poor Alina. Next time, Naonka leaves Jeff speechless. Jeff, you're pretty late to the party because I was probably speechless from Naonka maybe week 1. Till next time, much love.